Hey there, School of Tomorrow students. Our theme is upgrading in place, and that can mean advancing the versions of what you've already got, but in my case today, it's installing from scratch, and that can be a very deep process, meaning it involves the compiler and lots of steps. And unless you're willing to or have the ability to sit down and master compiling, which is a fine art, people think learning the C language is difficult, or maybe not so difficult if you're just talking about C as a language, just looking at source code and following it. That's one set of skills. But once you've written your C code, compiling it, the things that you have to do, the switches, the dynamic linking, the dependencies, this is a whole, this is why programming was not ever done really very casually. You had to be somehow professionally compensated to ever find the time to learn how to do this. So for this reason, kind of robot people, in other words, friendly geeks on your side who want to help you, have done these recipes where they do all that compiling stuff for you over the web. Not in real time and not as people, but as scripts, right? They wrote the play, how to do it, and then you download that play, and lo and behold, the actors either get through it or they don't. And I got some scary messages about ICU 4C is keg only, and you may need to export this and that and mess with your path. But then how do you start this all over in the middle? It's a script. I can't really patch the script. Like, what I have to do, open some kind of homebrew script and change it a little bit, and once I go down that rabbit hole, I'm giving up at that point. I'm probably, backup plan is to just go to the Windows tablet or resurrect the Mac Air, which is right now my I call it my brainwashing computer, because it's next to my bed, and at night sometimes I let it brainwash me with random YouTubes and stuff. Anyway, here we are. Good news, POVray did get through the compilation process, and I started running pavray --benchmark, and that's where we're up to. But the fact that it's running at all is a victory. I call this the summit. Like, I've reached the summit here, and it seems to be stuck on rendering at about 39% done, and it's been taking quite a while. This is the reference or benchmark, and it's not really going to be very representative, for one thing, because I'm using Camtasia, this recording software, simultaneously on the same CPU, just to document my process more. And back to the other thread, in terms of documenting my process, there's another application open. I decided to switch to Atom. This is just a text editor from my point of view. I'm not trying to run anything from inside Atom. But I do want to test that VPython works. And so we saw in the last video, at my conclusion, I was able to import from I could say import VPython. So that means I can also say from VPython import star. And I tell students that's kind of a lazy thing to do, but it's okay to do with one module only in a program, say in a module. Like, I wouldn't do this for more than one module. I call it giving it star treatment, which is kind of making it a prima donna in a way. You're letting one module just dump all its contents out on the bed. It's like you go to a hotel and you pick one suitcase, just dump that on the bed. Don't do that with all your suitcases though, because you want to have some organization here. So I've written this code, but I haven't tested yet that it works. And if it works, it's gonna make a cylinder, but where and how? Like, all I've done is download using Conda. I created a new environment and created VPython inside that Anaconda environment, which gave me a whole different Python, 3.7. So what I want to do now is go to that environment, and I think it's closed. I don't think I have it open anywhere, so I'm going to go back to terminal and say shell new window, I think last time I said new tab, which is maybe what scared me, and I thought I'd lost all my work and so on, but it was more of a tab issue, I think. So now we're going to end up inside the so-called base version, but I don't want to be there. I want to be in Conda, the other environment that I've created. So how do I change environments? Activate. Conda activates VP clean, like start all over here. And so if I just say Python, I expect it'll be 3.7, not 3.6. There it is. So a whole nother version of Python has been installed. I'm going to quit, and I'm going to go to my C60 subdirectory. This is work I'm doing in connection with Lattice Gallery. If you go back several videos, I'm explaining that in some detail. A pop-up gallery in downtown Portland, helping people tune into the Lattice. You could say the Matrix. It sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? It's like a movie. You might go there and disappear into the Matrix or something. Or get out of the Matrix. Which one do you want? Is it the red pill or the blue pill? Anyway, let's try it. So what do I have already written here? Well, that thing I just showed you in Atom called VPython test. That's one of the things here. Show Sam is from a recent video regarding mPlayer. It was a similar workout, and I was downloading and installing and brew installing major software on this older 2009 MacBook Pro. So I won't run Show Sam at the moment. I will run Python. It's the first time I've ever tried this. Test.py. Let's see if we get anything visual, because that's the point of Visual Python. I'm hoping to see a cylinder somewhere. We're looking for a cylinder. Oh, my browser's popping open with a local host of 51521. Let's bring the browser window into the picture here. I believe this is going to use some in-browser, JavaScript stuff. Maybe Ghostscript is getting involved here. And is this a real-time thing? Can I use my mouse to move this around? Yes. It's a little bit slow and clumsy, it feels, but I'm not going to complain about that. This is excellent. So I do have 3D real-time window thanks to very simple software. And I do have POV Ray now available, I believe, because it is still passing its test, right? We're only up to 57%. So I'm going to conclude this series called Upgrading in Place. And in future videos, I will just start to use some of the resources that I now have available in future YouTubes. All right, thanks for joining us. Talk to you soon.